Part two of loving yourself, and what hinders us from loving ourselves. It's a lot of things that hinders us in our life from loving ourselves. Self-rejection, not accepting yourself, always beating up on yourself, not happy with the person that God has made you. Self-hatred, hating the person who God has made you, considering yourself ugly, dumb, unattractive, or just things you went through in your life. Abuse, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse. A lot of those things can put you in bondage of knowing who you are in God and loving yourself. Unforgiveness or bitterness, when a person continues to hold things against themselves, such as something in their past that was embracing negativity and different things like that. When you haven't repented fully, that can hold you in bondage of loving yourself and loving others as well. You know the saying, they say, hurt people hurt others. And I believe personally myself that's such a true statement, because I know when I was hurt, and a lot of hurt that I can say I contributed to myself and to others. When I was very hurtful, I hurt others because I was in an I didn't care mode. So I didn't care about myself. So worrying about others was not a factor as well. Being hard on yourself, always beating up on yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, always seeing yourself as worthless. And that's real. That's real. A lot of people say, oh, no, that's not real. You can't be worthless. You can't feel worthless about yourself because you dress well or you look good. No. There's inner demons that we battle with daily, every day, where people feel inadequate about things in their life, the way they look, the way they sound, just different things. It's numerous things that we feel inadequacy about. And some people suppress it very well. Some people don't. In my aspect, I think people don't suppress it at all because they show it in other areas in their life. But you have to love yourself. And I know these are things that will keep you from loving yourself. Most of our low self-esteem, we see that a lot with women nowadays having low self-esteem, and they try to validate themselves through men and relationships. And we have to learn that we have to love ourselves, and that our self-esteem is not built on or predicated on the people that we're with or the people that we're around. Being ashamed of yourself because you've dealt with things in your life, in your past, that you have not been forgiven for, or you have not forgiven yourself for. That's a big thing. When we ask for forgiveness from someone and they forgive us, but then we don't forgive ourselves, that's a serious issue, because a lot of us go through that where we've been forgiven by others, but we don't forgive ourselves because we tend to beat ourselves up and ask ourselves, why did we do that? The key thing is, if you have already asked for forgiveness for that person and forgiveness to God, forgive yourself. Let yourself go. Don't hold yourself in bondage over things that you have been through or done to others. Feeling ugly and stupid about yourself, and a lot of people feel like they can change a lot of things in their appearance and the way they look. I know me myself, I have a boatload, a list of things that I wanted to change about me. I wanted to be thinner again. I wanted to have nice teeth. I wanted to have, gorgeous face. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. And then I had to learn one day that I was created for a purpose. And I had to understand that God made us all different, but for the same common goal and purpose. And that was to serve Him and worship Him and to bring more people to Him. So He couldn't make us all alike, because then there would be no definition on what we can do in our gifts. So I have learned to accept, appreciate, and enjoy who I am and how I look and how I sound and what I do and my strengths and my abilities. And knowing that and embracing that and learning to accept it, it brought such a peace in me knowing who I am and why God has created me to be who I am and what my purpose is. So in doing these videos, they're going to come up I'm going to do videos more because I get inboxes where people are asking me to express certain things and ask certain questions and expound on them. And not that I'm just this great motivational speaker or great person to talk on certain topics. It's just that when you've been through a lot of life crises and a lot of things that you've brought upon yourself or others have brought upon you, and you have become victorious instead of victimized or a victim, then you can express them and you can talk about them and you can be transparent about what you've been through. There's a lot of things in my life that I've been through, but I still stand. I still smile, even in the midst of it all. And it's not because of any particular man or any particular person. Love my husband to pieces, but he has not defined who I am. I know it's God who has defined who I am today. So I say it again, love yourself and know who you are in God. I love you.